Gigantic Pop for February 16th, 2024. Raj Giri here with Glenn Rubenstein. That's me. Raj is him. Matt Morgan might show up. I don't know. Tonight, Roman Reigns and The Rock cut a promo on SmackDown. The Rock returned to Salt Lake City, and Hollywood Rock is in full effect. Raj is turning off his camera in protest.
I can still. I'm sorry. I'm having some camera issues. I'm going to just switch over here.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I felt like a kid in a candy store with that promo. I know a lot of people. Hollywood Rock is trending on Twitter, but man, that was Nation Rock to me.
Yeah.
So,
because if it's Hollywood Rock, we have to acknowledge the Scorpion King, and I don't know that everyone wants to do that. No.
No, but I mean, this was The Rock like we haven't. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I gotcha. Keep talking.
Okay. I was saying this was The Rock like we haven't seen in decades. I mean, You could argue when he did the Hollywood shtick with Hogan, but this to me was late 90s stuff before he turned babyface. I thought it was awesome.
It was very good. And the crazy thing is he drew this out. He actually didn't say very much. I mean, the key takeaways from tonight is that Roman Reigns said The Rock is part of the bloodline. And The Rock punctuated that at the end by saying, "Can you smell what the bloodline is cooking?"
Yeah, I thought that was a great touch. And I like that they didn't give too much away. I think one of the good things that WWE has done, especially since Triple H has taken over booking, has been to give the storylines room to breathe. Don't give everything away at once. Do you remember when they set up the Shane Undertaker match at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And within a span of like 15 minutes, they went from Shane returning to setting up him versus Undertaker to it being in a Hell in a Cell match. And I think under today's regime, that would take probably 3 weeks or 4 weeks of storytelling. So I like how they're doing it. It reminds me of like Sammy and KO, where they didn't keep giving everything away at once. And take your time, enjoy the ride, and because if you know everything now, there's no reason to tune in the weeks ahead. So
but I mean, we're seeing all these reports about word coming out from backstage. We're seeing like 8 different stories about how the stuff with Cody went down and what's going on. But we are seeing from multiple sources now saying it is going to be night 1, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth and Cody in a tag team match, which makes Cody's story bigger. That being said, do you think Cody wins that championship on night 2? It's funny, in our group text today, I was still saying, "Oh, Survivor Series could have worked." You're like, it has to be Mania. I mean, The Rock could cost Cody that championship. Seth could cost Cody that championship. Like, it's more exciting now, all the ways this could go wrong for Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, which I think makes him an even bigger babyface.
I just think it would be like Rocky losing in Rocky 2. By that point, people are like, we're done with this franchise. I just think he has to win this time. What if you did The Rock interfering on Roman's behalf, and then finally Stone Cold, boom, his music comes out. Him and Rock have a little stare down. They fight to the back. That's it. And then it's just Cody, Roman. Cody pins Roman clean, finishes the story, yada, yada, yada. And then down the road, we have the dissension between Rock and Roman leading to their eventual singles match.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it is interesting, though, tonight, 1,265 days that Roman Reigns has been champion. When they start telling you the number of days and a record is approaching, it's usually their intent to break that record.
Yeah. But how big of a deal really is Hogan's record? Because it's not even the real record. It is the record of the modern era.
The national record.
Yeah. But
I don't think it's a big deal. This is all predetermined. None of it's a big deal.
Yeah, but you miss anointing your next top babyface, and Cody has been that guy. I feel like he got even more over with how everything worked out. There in the Wrestling Observer, Dave reported that it was Rock versus Roman was the original plan for WrestleMania, and then Rock saw the backlash, and instead of forcing it down fans' throats, he knew what the reaction would be like, and he pivoted. And
which, I mean, great awareness on his part, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think I think when you do that, it was a fortunate accident or a fortunate, whatever you want to call it, where it ended up working out almost better. You made Cody a bigger baby face. You're getting probably the Rock's probably going to be on his most entertaining run in decades, because the one thing with the Rock is that he, as a baby face, he has kind of had the same shtick for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And now he gets to heel it up again. So many fans haven't seen this side of him, and he came across as super alpha.
That's the challenge. But that's the challenge. So I was saying this earlier tonight on this other little podcast I do, and if Roman is usually Fonzie, and you bring in the cooler big brother of Fonzie, Fonzie becomes Chachi all of a sudden.
Well, you have time for that, right? Like the first week, The Rock comes back and does his first promo in this storyline. You can't have him and Roman going back and forth. It has to be right. But they have time, and they can start building the dissension between Roman and Rock before that. So I'm intrigued.
Well, and as Majestic Marie's pointing out in the chat, Rock did say Bloodline is the biggest duo. Jimmy and Solo could turn on Roman. Anything can happen. A lot to speculate on.
Yeah, the way they were treating Jimmy earlier in the night, where
hey, Jimmy got the hug. Solo didn't get the
hug. They were being so nice. I was like, are they going to turn on Jimmy tonight? There's a lot of ways they could go. Jacob Fatu is a free agent. He made his little printed name debut at that press conference thing. So
yeah,
there's a lot of ways that they could go.
Oh, it's super exciting.
It is really exciting. This is like last year. It's a really exciting time to be a wrestling fan, and it's really for the company, not the stuff outside the company, obviously, but as far as storylines go, they're hot.
And Nick and Shelly's asking the question, Raj, everyone wants to know, with his $1.99 super chat, saying, will you guys wake up for Elimination Chamber? It is 3 a.m. your time, 2 a.m. my time. My wife's out of town next weekend. I'm like, I can do anything. It don't matter.
Yeah, I'm free as well. So I think we were talking
5 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We might do it wait till the afternoon.
No, man. After, because Seth and Cody are going to be the guests on the Grayson Waller Effect. They're going to break news, man. We got to beat the algorithm, get that out there,
What if we spoil the news now and say they're going to challenge Rock and Roman to a tag match at WrestleMania? Get some extra sleep.
I get plenty of sleep, but no, I think
we will do one. We will do.
We'll do something next weekend. It'll be fun. But no, I think it's crazy now where we're in all this interest. I think WWE, this helped Cody in a way, because again, you have nothing makes a baby face more over than adversity. It's very interesting. But if you're just going off heat though right now, like WrestleMania should be The Rock versus Dominic Mysterio, because I don't know who that audience hates more.
Yeah, I was wondering earlier tonight who was going to get more boos, and it turned out to be Dominic. That is
Dominic
the one thing.
Another level.
And that is the one thing with The Rock. I felt like now that they made Cody versus Roman, the fans don't really want to boo Rock anymore. They want to go back to cheering him. And it didn't feel like they were into booing him tonight, even though Rock was ripping him. You heard a Rocky sucks. You heard a Rocky chant that was way louder than any anti-Rock chant. So
yeah,
it just felt like Rock was trying definitely to turn the fans. But now the fans don't want to hate him.
Oh my God. I'm talking about them with their 50 wives in Salt Lake City and 600 inbred grandchildren. Like, that was just like mean. It was outdated stereotypes.
Yeah. It was kind of old. Again, this was Attitude Era stuff with a lot of the stuff he was saying. Yeah. I thought it was great, but with how revered The Rock is now in just, pop culture, it was a little surprising to see him go that hard.
I know. What's this going to do for the box office of the next Rock film that I'm not even sure what it is?
I don't know if he has anything in the pipeline.
I looked this up.
As far as filming goes.
Yeah, he's got a list of upcoming films. He's got Moana 2.
Right. And that's definite. I think that's coming out this year.
Oh, he's got the Christmas action movie Red One coming out.
Have they started filming that?
It's already done. He plays an elf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's probably going to be big. Moana 2, Fast X Part 2 next year.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot on the radar.
Well,
That's
he's
kind of
going to be
interesting.
running a football league and,
Yes.
or being a
What's this
part
going
of
to mean
this
for the
football league.
UFL?
Look, I know every time The Rock comes back, you see people being like, "Oh, he's going to just here. He's just here to promote his projects." And I always bring up, he has never once promoted his projects when he's come back.
They sent the egg from Red Notice, and Austin
And he
Theory
didn't
took
come
a
back that
selfie with
time,
it.
right? And he didn't come back that time.
It's super weird. So, I mean, look, this has implications for the bloodline long term, which is great, but there's so many
Yeah,
stories you can do with this. I think we were talking about this in our group text earlier. I just think Cody getting a clean win at Mania, or even the bloodline interferes, but Cody triumphs, it just seems, and it's so weird to say this in wrestling, it just seems so predictable now, so certain, such a certainty that, I mean, I'll say this about Infinity War or Avengers Endgame.
Mhm.
I knew the Avengers were going to win. I had no clue they were going to kill Thanos in the first 10 minutes, then go back in time and have this elaborate thing. So
Yeah,
I'm just, if Cody's winning at Mania and becoming the top guy in WWE and finishing the story, I
yeah.
really want some unpredictable twists and turns.
And spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, it's going to give the spoiler alert after we
Spoiler
spoil it.
alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Endgame, what is wrong with you? It's been out for like 5 years now.
Yeah. You know
You had
what
time.
I'm going to do tonight? My daughters are at a dance competition, and I was going to watch Dune. Never seen it, so
Yeah,
I
I'm here.
heard Dune
Wait,
2 is supposed to be
no,
awesome.
because the
So
new
I'm like,
Dune, not the original David Lynch Dune with Kyle MacLachlan
right,
instead.
yeah, the one with
Yeah.
Batista in it. And
Yeah. No, I heard
Willy,
because Dune
Willy
2 is
Wonka.
supposed to be amazing. So, and he has a name, and it's Timothy Chalamet. Thank you.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, it's going to be it's going to be an exciting ride. So looking forward to it.
it's gonna be good. I don't know what I mean. Again, with the people, you're here with us on the Friday night. People can't stop talking about it because I think we're so much of being a wrestling fan lately. More so, and Raj, we've been doing this together a long time, coming up on 8 years. I feel like
Yeah.
lately people don't want to commiserate. For a long time, most people want to commiserate over how bad things were, how frustrating it was. I think people need now to process all these things. It's not even to react to what's happening anymore. It's to
Yeah.
process what's happening.
Yeah. And I like what WWE is doing now too, where again, you're not getting too much at once and it's taking time. So you're not like bored and done with the storyline that
They're
they
not
keep
rushing
adding
it. They're
layers.
taking it slow. Oh my God,
Yeah.
foreplay? They're going to give you more foreplay than you can possibly stand.
Yeah. And
They're slow rolling this a little bit.
absolutely, yeah, they are, which I like, where
Yeah.
a good TV show, that's what you do. And gosh, it feels like a lot has happened this week that I can hardly remember any of it. I know Jeff Hardy got injured on Rampage. I haven't gotten a chance to watch that
Hope he's
match yet
okay.
tonight, but hopefully he's okay. Samuel Guevara, I did see that part where he did that frog splash and his knees hit Jeff
Oh.
Hardy's face, and Jeff Hardy was just groggy as hell afterwards. And I don't know if Matt Hardy was playing along, but he looked really upset, flipped Sammy Guevara off, and
Wow.
just hoping that Jeff Hardy's okay.
Shotzi busted her knee on NXT taping Tuesday for the Once Again next Tuesday. So she was out of her Elimination Chamber match tonight. Hope she gets well soon. And
Yeah.
news did break today that Nikita Lyons is out with another injury. More details likely to be released soon. It's always the season, right?
Then yeah, it just really sucks. I mean, it's never a good time to get injured, but it just feels like this is just the worst. And Nikita Lyons, she's someone that seems to be getting momentum, and then
Every
something
time, man.
unfortunate
It's so
happens.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
So we'll see what
Ron,
happens.
Ron Breaker now on SmackDown.
Yeah. Good for him.
And,
That was a good segment. Like Jade looked like $1 million. Now, you've read the same things I have. Jade originally was supposed to be in the Elimination Chamber match, but they're like, no, she can't lose, and she wasn't planned to win. So I think they can just announce Jade versus Bianca at Mania. Like, we don't even need just book the match. They both show up and people will be invested.
Yeah, I think there is something to it when you do their first match at a big event, as opposed to giving away their first match beforehand. And you know, like they did that with CM Punk. They didn't have him wrestle on TV until the Rumble. Obviously, that
That
turned out
didn't work out so well. Yeah.
But he did wrestle before that. He was wrestling Dominic on house shows. I think you have Jade wrestle Bianca on house shows. You know, get her ready, and then
Yeah.
I think she'll kill it.
It'll be cool, man. Oh, sorry. What do you got?
You know, one thing I did want to ask you, you did say Cody versus Roman is kind of predictable. I know people thought that last year too, and it didn't go the way people thought. What do you think about the tag match? Do you think that's predictable?
No, because okay, so I could see because The Rock said tonight he wants to like stop Cody, right? So
Yeah.
I could see Seth and Cody challenge The Rock, and then The Rock says, "Okay, we'll take this match, but if you don't win, you don't get night 2 in the main event." Cody and Seth win night 1, but then the Bloodline beats the shit out of Cody, so he comes in banged up to night 2. Like, I think they're gonna throw in some more wrinkles with that.
I don't think you have Roman on the losing side 2 nights in a row if Cody's
Yeah.
winning. I think Cody gets pinned. I think The Rock pins Cody. I think you want The Rock. I think you want his first match back. He's got all this buzz. You want them getting the win, and then it makes Cody look like more the underdog, and then he wins the title on night 2. And you could do this stuff where the Bloodline is just playing dirty, and you know, take out Seth's knee early on, or you know, do something. But I do think that you shouldn't have Roman lose twice.
Well, and they could even do it where The Rock says the deal is if we pin you, you don't get your match. And then Cody says, you didn't pin me, you pinned Seth. Like, This is wrestling, folks. There's shenanigans.
Right.
But okay, so The Rock's thing tonight that was dumb was this thing about saying the 49ers lost this year. They don't get another shot at the championship next year. Well, they do if they make it to the playoffs and win. Then yes, they get another shot in the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think
Cody
that was
won.
the point, is that he was being the heel and like trying to
I don't like a
make
flawed
it
analogy.
Yeah, but I think it's one thing if the babyface does that, but the heel, they're not supposed to make sense a lot of times. You know, they're supposed to be like, you're just being selfish. And by saying he doesn't deserve it when he clearly does by winning the Rumble, it just makes it look more like The Rock was just coming in and taking that spot.
Yeah, but the best villains are the ones that are smart and have a point. Hans Gruber would not have been as cool of a villain if his plan had flaws in it. John McClane was the flaw in his plan that he didn't account for.
There was wasn't there some part where he had an easy shot to just shoot McClane and didn't?
Oh, well, yeah, shoot the glass instead. They thought that would take him out.
Right, instead of just shooting him. I'm forgetting. It's been a few years since I've seen Die Hard, but
Die Hard, I'll
have to go back.
On the gigantic pop front, last night we were watching an old recording of Friday Night Videos, and what the other thing that was on the tape was a random episode of Hill Street Blues and a random episode of Miami Vice, and I'd never seen a full episode of either series, and we sat captivated watching both of them.
Oh, interesting. I've never seen either show.
Really good, depressing. Miami Vice. Wait, you never saw Miami Vice? That's interesting to me. That seems like it looks like a movie. Michael Mann did it before Heat and Manhunter and everything else. So it looks like a music video and a movie. Like, it was really cool. It's all on Prime Video. You can watch.
Oh, wait, are you talking about the TV series or the movie?
Yeah, I'd never seen it before.
Yeah. I've never seen the TV show. I saw the movie. I didn't like the movie, and I love Michael Mann. I love.
You'd probably like the TV show.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like we had it on, and we both sat there and were like, both these shows are really good. Maybe we should give these a chance.
Yeah,
it was impressive.
Oh, and Issa with the good point. The Rock didn't take his spot. Cody voluntarily gave it to him. I do hope that they do explain that, like why Cody just said not at WrestleMania. But I have a feeling it's going to turn into one of those Brock Lesnar attacking Cody last year and never giving a reason why. And they just kind of forget about it, even though it was a big plot hole and something that doesn't seem that hard to explain.
Yeah, I know. So I don't think we have anything else tonight. We thank everyone for staying up late, staying with us. Matt Morgan will probably do a solo reaction tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because Matt fell asleep and has thoughts. Hey, everybody, we announced on Twitter today, and we announced on this podcast before, up through the end of March, our cut of every super chat, YouTube ad, podcast ad, all money made by this podcast through the end of March is going to Rain as a charity that helps survivors of sexual abuse and sexual assault. It's a very worthwhile cause. I know Mick Foley has been a huge champion over the years, and we're going to be giving them everything we're getting. It's very worthwhile. And every quarter, we're going to have a different charity. We'll open up suggestions as we get into Q2 and make some announcements then. But just want to let everybody know we thank you for the super chats, all the support you've been giving Gigantic Pop. It's been really just overwhelming to see this much of an audience build up so quickly.
Yeah, great numbers tonight, even though we were on pretty late. Real quick, Jose Sorolla, Raj, Glenn, are we going to watch that Ricky Santiki movie starring John Cena and Zac Efron? I'm going to watch it at some point, for sure.
Absolutely. The Von Erichs just hit.
Murray.
Thank you, Marie. The Von Erichs movie just hit streaming, and we keep saying like, "Oh, we're going to watch it," but it's going to be a bummer.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No, because it's going to be a bummer. We have this thing. We have this thing where it's like, you just got to be in the right mood. And when you're trying to relax and unwind after a long day, you don't always want something heavy.
Yeah.
I
hear you.
Yeah.
I originally was thinking about having my daughters watch it with me because they love Zac Efron. And I'm glad I didn't. It would have been a quiet, sad night at the Giri house.
There's a lot of Zac Efron's made a lot of movies that you could show them. Be like, you love Zac Efron. And they're like, when the hell are you showing me?
Yeah, he was in that. He was Jeffrey Dahmer, wasn't he?
Yeah,
or Ted Bundy. He was Ted Bundy.
Okay, folks. Well, hey, it's a holiday weekend. Maybe Matt does something tomorrow. Maybe we hop on with Matt. We thank you all for tuning in tonight.
Real quick, Manish Malu saying, "Kaise ho Raj bhai, Mumbai kab aa rahe ho?" Main theek hu, but no plans anytime soon. I'd love to go back. We went in 2019, loved it.
Nice. Okay, everyone. Have a great weekend. He's at the Raj Giri. I'm at Glenn Rubenstein. We'll catch you back here next time on Gigantic Pop. Take care.